Okay, hey guys, I know I haven't posted in a while, but I figured, I'm feeling well to take a shower, I'm feeling well to post a video, so here I am. I aptly titled this video today, "My Doctors Are Trying to Kill Me, a Message of Hope." Strange, you might think, but here's kind of my thought process on that. I've had 3 doctors recently either not perform procedures they should, or prescribe me medication they shouldn't have, that all of the above could have killed me. I had a allergist choose not to do further testing into an anaphylactic reaction, upon which we still don't know what's causing that, but they decided that after doing one test that ruled out one thing, that meant that there was nothing causing it, and therefore there was no reason to do further research into these anaphylactic reactions, which doesn't make any sense to me. I'm like, okay, so they called me this morning and they're like, oh yeah, so that test came back negative. I'm like, great, so when do you want me to come in? Like, when do we want to do different testing, more testing to figure out what's going on? And they're like, oh no, she said she can just see you in a year. I'm like, a year? And they're like, oh yeah. And I'm like, what am I supposed to do if I have like another anaphylactic reaction to this unknown cause between now and then? Like, we're not even going to try and figure out what it is. They didn't even do simple skin testing. Like, so anyways, there's that. And then the other thing is, I had to get a procedure done today to rule out some possible illnesses, I suppose is what you'd call them. And it was a pretty invasive surgery and surgery. I don't know. Anyways, either way. And in order to get ready for this surgery, they have you take certain medications. And so I was recently diagnosed with a different heart arrhythmia condition. So, since I had seen my doctor, and so, I called the specialist and said, hi, I have this condition, is it safe for me to do the procedure? And they say, oh yeah, absolutely, everything's safe. And then I call my cardiologist to confirm. I say, okay, so I have to go under anesthesia, is this safe? And they go, yeah, you're totally fine. So, I take the medication they prescribed me yesterday, and my blood pressure shoots through the roof, my heart starts racing, I have chest pains, and I get extremely, extremely ill and end up in the ER. The ER doctor looks at what I've taken and goes, you can't take that. Like, that could kill you. Like, you can't do that. And I was like, well, I realize that now. But it's like 2 different specialists missed that. Like, I confirmed with both of them that it was okay. And they both signed off on it. And then, I ended up in the ER, and then I called the specialist last night, the specialist on call, and told them I was in the ER, and told them what happened, and they said, under no circumstance are you to take any more of that medication, like, it never should have been prescribed to you in the first place, there was obviously something that we missed in our notes, and then they told me, go to the ER, do what the ER doctor says, if the ER doctor says you're safe for the procedure tomorrow, then, we'll do the procedure, and I said, okay. So the ER doctor sends me home, early this morning. I get home, I sleep for a couple hours, I wake up to the specialist's office calling me to see what they'd spoken to the ER doctor and saw that I'd been signed off, and they go, okay. And so, the nurse calls me, and, she says, hi, so, I see that you've been signed off for the procedure. I'm like, yeah. They're like, great, we need you to take another dose of that medication before you come in. And I was like, wait, are you kidding? Like, is this a joke? No, I can't take any more medication. And she goes, well, let me confirm with the doctor. And I said, okay. So I assume that when she calls me back, he's going to be like, oh, no, don't take that. She calls me back and she goes, oh, no, I just spoke to him. He wants you to take more of that medication before you come in. To which I say, no. And I spoke to his supervisor, and then his supervisor was the one that said, oh, no, don't take that. And I ended up going in early and taking some different medications and doing some different things, but it was like, I had 2 different specialists miss that. And then you couple that with the allergist, and it's like, are my doctors incompetent? Or are they literally trying to kill me? Or am I just, like, a hypochondriac? Because, well, no, I don't think hypochondriacs actually end up in the ER. Well, maybe they do. I don't know enough about hypochondria, apparently. But, point being, when you have a rare condition, you have to be your own advocate. You have to do your own homework. You have to do all your own research every time. Because no matter how many doctors say it's okay, they could all miss something apparently. And I didn't realize that until now. And last night when I got home from the ER, I was so frustrated and upset. I was so tired. I'd spent the night before that in the ER due to my Chiari malformation cluster headaches, upon which I finally have an appointment with neurology, thank goodness. Coming up in like 6 weeks, but I mean, better than last week, right? So I spent the whole night before in the ER, and then I came home. Then I spent the whole next day feeling miserable after I took that medication until I ended up in the ER again. Spent the whole night in the ER again. Came home in the morning and was just miserable. And I lost hope. Even just for that short amount of time, I lost faith and hope in myself and in my life and in my world. I lost hope and faith in everything, and it's a terrifying place to be. There's nothing scarier than a place where you don't feel like there's any hope. And in that state, I pushed everyone away. I snapped. I lashed out angrily. But it wasn't even angrily, it was just emptily. It was like there was nothing. I wasn't mad. I wasn't sad. I was just empty. I felt drained. And I felt like there was no hope. I know how to deal with anger and sadness. I know how to deal with frustration. I know how to deal with illness. I know how to deal with happiness. I know how to deal with love. I don't know how to deal with emptiness. I'm just trying to figure that out. I'm just still trying to figure out what to do when you get there. Even if it's just for a moment, it's a scary place to be. You just got to keep holding on to hope. Hope that something is going to change, that things are going to get better. I'm a religious person myself. I believe in a God and a plan. But even if you don't, you gotta have faith in something. Because without faith, it's really hard to keep doing this every day. Without hope, it's impossible. It's been a frustrating week. But something I've learned to be true for myself is that phrase, I can't tell you who says it, but the only in the darkest can you see the stars. And I notice the darker things get around me, the brighter those stars shine. And that is my hope, and that is my faith. And that is what I draw my strength from. So, yeah. I guess that's all I really wanted to say. So, I'll talk to you guys later.